It's in there. Yeah, I'm doing the live now. You alright? How are you? Yeah, you just have to take it easy. Don't stress. I know, I understand. But I mean, Are you serious? Wow. Yeah, when we finish the live, I'll call you back. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Hey. All right, so come right in. We are gonna be starting in a moment. when I'm joined by our guests. So morning, everybody, morning. Oh, no. How was the weekend? How is everybody today? Camille in the house. Good morning. I see Nick is here. I see Laverne. I see Noblet. I see Mary. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Oh, no, stay. Wow. Another beautiful Monday morning, people. We are alive. We are well. We are in our right minds. Yes, we have plenty to give God thanks for. Not true? Yeah, man. So come on in, everybody. I'm just waiting right here now to be joined by Jennifer. She should be joining us in a bit. And I'm sure most would have read her success story. So come on in, everybody. Come on in, people. Come on in. So as you come in, guys, make sure you click on the share button. Share the live. You have to share the live this morning. All right. So come on in. Oh boy. Right, you're a success story. Just drop the line in the chat. I am a success story. Yeah, man. Success story. Come on in. Story. It was featured on the Jamaica Beacon. It's on our page also. I shared it on my Facebook page. So you probably have to go jump over to Facebook to Camille. All right. His mercies I see. Amen. Morning by morning. God is good. Indeed, He's good. Hey, Rebel Girl. What's up? Morning. So as you're coming, people, just share the live. See? Success story, yeah. A success story. Listen to her, but I will return next year. No, she said she'll come back on Facebook next year. But can't manage Camille. Boy, God, boy, people. All right. Success story. Wow. I see another one that I like. Sorry, guys, I'm just jamming to a few. These songs sound down. Right? Coffee sweetener. New one-step latte from the original donut shop. Now all right, so people, come on. Listen, man, you have to share this live now, because in less than a minute, Jennifer is gonna be on. So you have to share the live, people. You have to share the live. Click on the share button. She'll be here in a minute, guys. All right, so click on that share button. Because this is one story that you can't afford to miss. So if you're on YouTube, guys, morning, you can just copy the link, share it with your WhatsApp contacts and all of that. So come right in, everybody. All right, come on in. Drop me a note, drop a comment. Know that you are here, people. So if you're here, just leave a comment right now and let me know you're there. All right. Let me know you're here, people, all right? I'm winning. I'm winning. So it's a Monday morning, guys, and we're just jamming. We're just jamming to some good Jamaican inspirational songs. Yeah, man. Winning right now. Hey, Rhonda, how are you, girl? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, as you come into the live, click on the share button. Click on the share button. Click on that share button, guys. Don't forget to share the live, all right? Click on that share button, people. You want everybody to be listening in on this story today, so come right in, come right in. Listen, people, guess what? Jennifer is in the house, guys. But I want for you to share. You need to, listen, man. You need to click on the share button. If you're here, you need to click on the share button right now, because I'm gonna bring her on in a minute. I'm going to bring her on in a minute. So you have to click on that share button, people. You have to share this live. You have to share this live, right? Because this is one story you can't afford to miss. Guys, we are going to be looking at the untold story. Some of you may have read a part of the story on the internet, you know, whether it's the Jamaica Beacon or from her page. But today we're going to talk the untold part. That's what we're going to talk about. First to be heard here on the Tamara Hylton show. So welcome everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. And so at this time, guys, I see somebody saying I'm a little fuzzy. I don't even know what I want. This so fix the camera. Right, actually using my computer. Let me see if I need to hold on the people. All right. Tell me if it's better. 2 times share, all right? You can share as many times as you can, people. You can share as many times as you can. So I'm going to bring Jennifer on screen. Ready there? So we're bringing Jennifer on screen right now, everybody. So people, if you are here, give a shout out and send some love for Jennifer right now. Let me change the screen. Jennifer is here. Jennifer is here, guys. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Tamara. How are you doing?
Wow. How are you today?
I'm blessed, thank you. And you?
Wow, I'm doing great. We got some rest last night. And people, listen, this is part 2 of the show, but part 1 was private. part 1 was private, guys. So we're doing part 2 today. And we're going to let you in on some things. So some of you may have seen her with the name Marie on Facebook. And I was thinking to myself this morning, are you related to Auntie Donna? Right? I was wondering, Jenny is related to Auntie Donna, right? Because you guys share the same surname, but you know what? You indicated to me last night that your real name is actually Jennifer Bartley, married name Blake, right? And many people have been reading your story. They have been sharing the story. I mean, it has gone viral, right? I believe it has. And I mean, you're going large. You're going large abroad. You are, right? And so I want to welcome you this morning to the show. It's good to have you here, and we have plenty of people in the house. So people, click on the share button. If you are here, make sure you click on the share button. Click on the share button. Click on the share button, right? Because we want people to hear this story. It's a story of inspiration, guys. It's one that will motivate and uplift so many young people, particularly young women. We want for them to hear this story today. So Jennifer, we are going to start from the garbage bin. That's where we're going to start. Tell us about that.
All right. So at probably about age 2, I well, in my head at first I thought it was my mother, as I explained to you last night.
Yes.
She left me with some friend to take care of me until she gets back from wherever she went. Apparently she didn't come back soon enough. Probably weeks passed, I assume. When I asked her, it was just 2 weeks. I don't know how many weeks passed, but apparently some time had passed and she did not show up. And so the friend saw it fit to dispose me in the garbage bin in the whole at the old courthouse behind the old courthouse in Maypen. I was found by a policeman. That policeman saved my life, yes.
Wow.
And so I was brought to the children's home, and that's where it went from there.
Oh my. Wow. People, listen. At 2 years old, she was left with a friend by her mommy. Right? And Jennifer, I know that the mommy story is a touchy part. I mean, if you want to talk about it, I'm just going to leave it open for you to talk about it. But have you been able to connect with your mother since? With your real mother?
I have. I've actually tried to build a relationship with her, but that's not forthcoming at all.
Wow.
It's not working.
Wow. Whoa.
Because she herself, she's a case by herself. She also needs help. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, she needs help. Sad to say, but
wow. So Jennifer, you said that, okay, so you were placed in foster care. Tell us about that experience being in foster care.
Well, I think, you know what I think? Being in foster care, I think it can be a curse. And I would want to say it's more of a curse than a blessing, because if you do a survey, I'll put it at 90% or more of the girls in the children's home. I don't know what is it, but they're all being molested somewhere along the line. If they weren't molested before when they go in the children's home, I don't know what it is. Just do a survey. 90% or more of the girls in the children's home. It's like a curse that over them. So I was fostered by a lovely lady. And I say a lovely lady because I now realized that she's a lovely lady. At first I used to have hatred and pain and resentment towards her because of the treatment she gave me when I was a child. I have come to forgive her because I now know that she did the best she could. No, I would all the financial needs were covered, and education as it relates to education. Like, she beat book in my head. Beat book mean like you can't restaurant and read, all right, you know, because she was an educator. And but she did not know how to love me. But she did the best she did. And I forgave her. I've learned to forgive her because I was depressed. And while being there, I was being abused so many times, and she didn't have a clue. And you thought that I was a bad girl, but you never know what I was going through. So sometimes you see children acting or behaving a particular way. You say, a bad girl, you know, what she a go on and whatever. You don't know what is going on with that person. Nobody just get up and behave a particular way.
Right.
For no particular reason. It must be something. But she did not have the knowledge to see, because when I was at age 9, I didn't know that she wasn't my biological parents. And I ran away from home. And they would say she bad and I rude pick me and whatever. But I was all that abuse. And I myself didn't even know why I ran away, but I know that I was unhappy for most of my childhood. I was very unhappy. Right? And so strings of abuse in the very scene that I was living. I had no clue. She had no clue. So I would tell persons used to say, because I have a foster sister, you know, and persons used to say, oh, Denise is so pretty. Denise, them call her pretty Denise because she's always and bubbly. Me now, them say me the face big because I was rebelling and nobody knew. I was just rebelling. All of them and everything that was going on. Right. So they would have it like, I'm pasty and Denise is the nice one. So Denise always get the attention. So for the most part, my face is always screwed up. Enough because I love to smile now, but I think God gave me this smile because my smile it changed. Persons will be down and I smile, and when I smile, they'll say your smile makes a difference. And I didn't believe when persons started telling me that, wow, you have a beautiful smile. Because growing up as a child, I was told that my favorite when I laugh, my favorite frill. You know, them call it frill.
Whoa.
So when I as I got older and persons saying, oh wow, your smile. At first I used to think that people are wicked and lie, them just such a feel good at, you know. I felt belittled when they started doing it, but then not only male but female. And then I remember this lady when I was in Hanover, and I went to church one Sunday, you know, and I looked across and I smiled at her. You know, you just smile at your church sister. And when church over, she said, Marie, let me tell you something. She said, you see, you smile, you have a smile. It's next to none. Phenomenal. She said, I was so down this morning. She said, I was so down. You looked across me and you smiled. She said, everything. And then other person started telling me that your smile. And I said, you know, God gave me this smile because there are times I would be wearing this smile, I would be smiling, but you don't know what is happening here. I'm dying inside. I would give you that smile so beautiful. Yes. It would make your day. But
I see somebody said something related to that there now. Just now, Jennifer Rhonda, she says, you see people, you don't know their struggle. Went to school with you and never knew this. Yeah. This is what one of your high school or your college mates or your schoolmate is saying here. They went to school and they didn't know this to be your story. And you share some sensitive information with me last night about what happened to you from age 3. Is that something you want to share with the audience now?
I don't mind. I'll say.
Tell us about it.
As I said to you, at age 3, as early as age 3, at age 3, I was being molested. Come right up until, I would say, even when in my adulthood, I was being molested by my maternal side of family. So as I said, I don't know if it's a curse or what it is, but once you go into foster care, it's like, I don't know, that curse just hovers over your head, and you see. And you know what I've come to realize, because I've met other persons who have been in similar situation as I was in. They cannot find the willpower to come back. So as I wrote in my story, purpose. Yes, it has to be purpose. Because where I came back from, now coming back from 4 children, right? Everything that I have gone through, and I can be here telling my story and a victorious one. It must be purpose.
Amen.
It can't be no.
It has to be. And there's something that I always say: you cannot be a victim and a victor at the same time. And I like the fact that you say you are sharing your victorious story, because you were a victim of abuse, right? But you didn't stay in that state of being victimized. You became victorious. Wow. So listen. Jennifer, you're breaking up a little bit there. You're breaking up a little bit there. You know, guys, if you're just joining us, welcome. We are speaking with Jennifer Bartley-Blake. She is from Jamaica, Clarendon. Actually, both of us are Clarendonian, and you know, from we connected over the weekend, we just hit it off basically. You know, I said no, say we are Jamaican, Clarendonian, at that. We just hit it off. You know, you're frozen, Jennifer. I'm not sure why. Guys, let me know what you're hearing from your end. If I am frozen, if you're hearing me, if you're not hearing me. Charmalie says, Miss Jennifer, you're an amazing human. You are not cursed. You're just cruel. God bless you. So true, Charm. Right?
Are you hearing me?
Morning, Carlo. How are you? How are you? I'm hearing you breaking up. The connection. I'm not getting a good connection there, guys. I'm not sure what is happening. So we're looking at the story of Jennifer. On her Facebook page, her name is Marie Gao. That's the name you will see there, right?
No, not Marie Gao. No. Marie Rowe.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Oh, Jesus, Lord, I don't see this mix up. Me, I try to get myself in this morning, people. It's Rowe, Marie Rowe, right? So, Jennifer, I'm gonna ask you to leave the stream and re-enter because I'm not. You're frozen. Let me see. Hold on, people. We're having a lot of technical difficulty there. Not sure what is happening. All right.
Are you seeing me?
Awesome. Great. Camille says purpose, passion, grit, balls, tenacity. You have it all, honey. You have it all. My God. I see some Mary saying you are blessed, my dear. Whom God bless, no one can curse. And you see, from you were in your mother's womb. You were blessed. From you were in your mother's womb. God had a purpose. He had a plan for your life, and he's been fulfilling that purpose in your life, right? Now, in the story you shared, Jennifer, how bitter and how you I mean, clearly that would have been from the abuse that you experienced from 3-year-old coming up throughout your teenage years and so on. But you spoke to how angry you were and you wanting to join force just to kill. Tell us about that.
Well, I was so bitter. All right, so I didn't understand who I was. I didn't even know who I was, and I know I was so angry. I remember when we spoke last night, and you asked me about abuse by men, and I said not abused, but used, because I would not give men a chance to abuse me. Come would have fight them, would have kill them. That's how bitter I was against men, and to the point where I've had good relationships and they were broken off because of how bitter I was, because I just would not stand for nothing at all. And when you look back at it, you know, some of the persons they really meant good, but because I was so angry and bitter, I could not see it. I was clouded by all of that. So I wanted to join the police force because I thought some of these men they deserved to die. Yeah. And I wanted to do them. I went from mile to go in the police force. Actually, that is what drove me to actually got the other subjects that I had gotten. The three, because I graduated with one. And when I wanted to join the force, at first they didn't want any subjects. And then, you know, as stepping up, they said that you have to have some subjects. I went and I did it. I lost a few pounds just to go in the police force. I had so many friends in the police force just to have, as I say, links to get in the police force. And the last straw was when I was in my 30s. I think I was 31 at the time, thereabout. And 31 thereabout. They said if you're in your 30s, you have to have a diploma. And then by now, you know, I don't have nothing at all. But the few subjects that I got. I looked at it and I said, God, what is this? But then I started going to church, and the Lord started speaking to me, and then I realized that that is not my problem, you know, and that is when the healing process actually started. And so I remember my foster mother, she was sick at one point, because you see, I'm very aggressive. I'll persons read me wrong all the time because my tone can be very, you know,
I know how
but
that goes. Trust me. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have a heart that's it's incomparable. I
Yes.
persons ask, how is it you're so caring? Even to the ones that hurt me. How do
Mm-hmm.
you feel? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I don't hold back against nobody. That's
Right.
me. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she said to me, I remember she was sick and I was there praying for her. I was a little girl. And I
Mm-hmm.
remembered praying for her, and rubbing her legs. I think I was cutting her nails at the time too. Never
Mm-hmm.
forget. And she said to me, you have to be a good nurse one day. You're going to be a
Wow.
good nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And that because all along I didn't remember anything about that. And
Mm-hmm.
after being transferred from the police force, it came back to me. So I was like, Eureka,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be a
Mm-hmm.
nurse. And I started speaking over my life. I said, I'm going to be a nurse. I didn't want to be a
Yes.
nurse. I
Yes.
wanted to be a midwife to be exact. Because the passion that I
You
have
wanted
for
to be a what?
children,
You wanted to be a
a
what?
midwife, a midwife.
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes, I want.
Mm-hmm.
I decided that I'm going to be a midwife, and so
Right.
that's when I started pushing towards university to be a midwife.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
Mhm.
So Jennifer, you had your first child at 16, right? And you
Oh yeah.
shared at 16, age 16. And when we spoke last night, you tell me you were so oblivious to what was happening to you. You didn't even understand this whole pregnancy issue. I mean, tell us about that first pregnancy.
So because as I was somewhat of a sheltered child when I
Right.
where I grew up, when I thought I grew up
Mm-hmm.
school, we were like from
Mm.
church, school, home. That was it. And so
Wow.
I didn't even know what a condom looks like at age 16. And when I got pregnant, I didn't even know I was pregnant, but I remember
Mm-hmm.
this friend. I was saying to her, I don't see my period. And she said to me,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know I was pregnant. And she said to me, I go and buy a pregnancy test for your man. In my
Mm-hmm.
mind, clue, what is she talking about? You know? But that is how clueless I was. I
Mm-hmm.
think when I knew I was pregnant when probably I was like 3 months thereabout, 3, 4 months pregnant. That
Right.
is when I knew
Mm-hmm.
that I was pregnant because I was going
Right.
to school because I graduated pregnant from school. I graduated pregnant and I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a
Wow.
clue.
Whoa.
Mhm.
So were you pregnant? I mean, was it for somebody, a boy at school, or was it for somebody who was abusing you? Like,
So I would say abuse because I was underage, yes. And
yes.
it's just because I was homeless at the time. That point I was homeless and I just wanted somewhere to stay.
So
And
you were
so
not with
this man,
your foster mother at that time when you got pregnant?
no, 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 no. I was homeless at the time. I had nowhere to live at
Wow.
the time. So the man saw it fit to take advantage of the situation. And so
Jesus.
he did. Mhm.
Whew. Wow. So, man, listen, Jennifer, we know that in Jamaica, most baby mothers feed their children with Lasco, right? And
Mhm.
I remember my days of getting Lasco for my baby too, and you know, things were hard, and yeah, but you just make sure you have the Lasco. Tell us about that experience with the Lasco. You willing to go? Just talk. I just want you to tell us that story. Just talk that story. Share that story about the Lasco. Tell us the
All right.
story. The people, and
So,
this is for a lot of women, especially those single mothers. We know, Jennifer knows, and I know what it feels like to be a single mother raising your child on your own and wanting, the resources, and the children have needs and so on. Jennifer is going to share with you a story now, an experience that she had just so that she could get Lasco for her son. Tell us about it, Jennifer.
right. So, as I said, this was like one of the down points in my life when I was really struggling, trying to make ends meet. And I had my
Mhm.
son, like my first son at the time. And like I was on zero. When I say zero, I mean literally zero. I had nothing in the house. So
Mhm.
single mothers, you can relate. It's not your boyfriend, but you just you're hustle. Yeah. So that
Mhm.
was one of my hustling moments when I had to be hustling for my child because I didn't know
Mhm.
what else to do. So I
Yeah.
called this man up and I was like, I need some money because I don't have anything for my baby.
Mm-hmm.
So and he was like, yeah, man. But I knew what the outcome would have been. So
Mm-hmm.
my bed and night myself, and I meet him in Spanish Town, and he took me to the guest house, and he bought his
Mm-hmm.
condom and bought his drink, and and when we
Mm-hmm.
went in the room, that was the most horrible moment because this man,
Mm-hmm.
big fat and ugly. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but yes, big black fat
Mm-hmm.
and ugly. And
Mm-hmm.
he had his way with me. But not only that, it was so unpleasant because this man, he smelled like feces all over. So
Jesus.
this man apparently
Mm.
went to the bathroom and didn't
Mm-hmm.
prepare properly. So you just imagine the room, a closed
Mm-hmm.
environment,
Mm.
smelling feces all around while you're having sex. What?
Jesus.
And
Mm.
so I just that I closed my eyes. I tried to hold my breath as much as
Mm-hmm.
possible just because I want the last scup. And when he finished had the video with me,
Mm.
so we were taking back to Spanish Town now by this time. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, want me and I give me the money because we're getting closer to the town where he's going to let me off. So I said, you know, give me the money. So
Mm-hmm.
and the man look around on me and like, um so me never tell us that me I buy sex from me. I don't buy me I buy sex from me. So I said, but I want the money for buy the pit in the last score. And he did not give me the money. I had to go back
Jesus.
home. When I went home, I was in the bathroom scrubbing. I cried, I
Mm.
cried, I cried. Because
Mm.
I exploited my body for nothing, basically.
Mm.
And that was
People, my
very,
blood
very
literally
horrible.
around cool at this point. Mm.
Yeah, that was a very horrible
Yeah.
moment. I was like, I cried bitterly,
Mm-hmm.
bitterly. Yeah.
And Jennifer, you shared with me that was the moment where you came to the realization that listen, I have to make something better of my life. I have to
Because I was,
take that step forward because there's no way I'm gonna put myself in this position again just to get food for my baby. My God.
yeah. Because the
Mm,
experiences that I've faced before, because I've had other terrible experiences, even when I was pregnant with that very same boy,
mhm,
and I think that those are some of the instances that drove me to say, listen,
mhm,
girl, you have to take medication. And then guess
mhm,
what happened? Because the fundamentals
mhm,
it was laid from conception where my foster mother
mhm,
she instilled in my
mhm.
head that listen, education is the key, and then she'd show me persons
Yes.
around that are not well. And she said, listen,
Mhm,
if you don't get an education, you're going to be like them. And so I
mhm,
started to see what she was saying, and I saw myself in the very same situation that she was
mhm,
warning me about.
mhm,
I said,
mhm,
oh, and then that is
mhm,
when I said, listen, no, 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 I can't take
mhm.
the using anymore. I can't take
Jesus.
I
Mhm,
the Tom, Dick, and Harry, many Toms,
mhm,
many Dicks, many
mhm,
Harrys.
mhm.
I've been there. I've been
What?
there. So,
People, listen. Listen. Oh, no, hear when, cause some things can't say in English, you know. Look here. Me go jump in a one part in a look patois right now. Oh, no, hear what Jennifer said. Many Toms, many Dicks, many Harrys. Just so she could have get food for her pitney them people. But at the end of the day, she realized that education are the key because that was instilled in her mind from a young age. That listen, man, no matter what you do, no matter how much dick time or Harry you get, if you not have it up your so, if you not have the papers to show, it's like say, listen, boy, I tell you, people wanna see some things where people have to go through just to make it in a life. Listen, you are listening to Jennifer's story right now, and maybe, just maybe, there are women on here right now, or women who have been through similar, or they have been situation, or even going through similar situations right now, right? But
mhm.
Jennifer's story, guys, is a testament that listen, man, hang in there, keep fighting, keep pushing, don't give up no matter what, don't give up. So, Jennifer, you wanted to go to Kingston School of Nursing, right? But you were
Mhm.
also looking at UTech, but really it was Kingston School of, and yes, Rebel, no pun intended. Tom, Dick, and Harry. What plenty Tom, Dicks, and Harry? Yeah, man. Boy,
Plenty.
oh boy.
Tough now. Some I even forget. Some I even forget. Because when I started self-actualizing, no, seriously, when I started
Yeah.
self-actualizing, I saw this person one time in St. Anne's, and
Mm,
because they called me Miss Chin. So he was like,
yes.
Miss Chin. I was like,
Mm,
because them time them start, I said, excuse me, and I said, hello. So it's like, you
Yes.
remember me? It's like,
No.
is there something I should remember? And I
Thank you
honestly,
very
genuinely did
much.
not remember him. And when he made the statement, like you say, the key shop, I'm gonna say, oh, backside. So when he said key shop, I'm gonna
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen.
that was
A
what I
lot of
remember.
women would
Nothing
not be
else.
so open to share their stories like this. And listen, I have to thank you, Jennifer, from now for just being open. Because many people just too ashamed to talk about it. But again, your story. Tell us about this Kingston School of Nursing experience.
All right. So yes, I wanted to go to Kingston School of Nursing because in my head, it's 2 years and it's free.
Mhm,
But as I said to you, some values and some basic fundamentals were instilled
mhm,
from conception, well, not
mhm.
conception, but from a tender age, where
Right.
I've always learned, so you never put your egg in one basket. Always have
Right.
options.
Right.
And
Yes.
so I applied, went to Kingston School of Nursing, and Miss
Mhm.
Williams, I can't forget, I went up there. Because that's how I am. I'm very determined in it. So when I want something,
Yes.
I'm going after it.
Mhm.
That's how I am.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
so I just
Mhm.
dropped my application off at Kingston School of Nursing. I went and I asked to speak specifically
Mhm.
to the head of school, which was
Mhm.
Miss Williams. I'm not sure if she's still the head of school at no, but at the
Mhm.
time it was Miss
Mhm.
Williams. And I
Right.
stood there and I went into the office and I sat there and I gave her my story. And I said
Mhm.
to her, I said, Miss Williams, I'm tired of bouncing around like a ball. I'm
Right.
tired of being used by
Mhm.
influence. I
Mhm.
want
Mhm.
stability. Yes, I
Mhm.
want a
Mhm.
sense of belonging. And I
Right.
poured out to her. And
Mhm.
what she did for me though, she allowed me to do the test in a very quick time. And
Right.
so I went to
Right.
do the test. I had
Mhm.
also applied to UTech,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
in my honest, in my mind, UTech was nowhere in my mind because I'm
Mhm.
thinking 4 years with
Mhm.
$500,000 per year for tuition. I can't go
Right.
UTech. I don't have that.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I remember getting a call one day from UTech saying
Mhm.
that I'm to choose my modules. Mark you, at that time when I was hearing about modules, that I didn't even know what modules mean. But
Right. Right.
I got a call to come and choose my modules.
Right.
And the same time I called Miss Williams because I still did not want to go to UTech. At the
Mhm.
time when
Mhm.
I got the modules, I did not pay my ECF. That is the money for you to be enrolled. So
Right. Right.
who called me to come and choose my modules? So when I
Mhm.
got that call, I called Miss Williams the same time because I don't want to
Mhm.
go
Mhm.
UTech. I don't have UTech money.
Right.
And I
Right.
asked her, I said, "Results back as yet?" And she said to me,
Mhm.
I'm so sorry to tell you, but
Mhm.
you did not make it because you failed. Because how KSN works, if you fail one of the
Mhm.
subjects because you do math,
Right.
mental
Mhm.
ability, English, and general knowledge, and if you fail one of them, you automatically fail everything. And
Whoa.
Miss Williams looked at me and said to me, I failed the math by about 2.
What?
So this was me. Miss Williams, 2? I said, Miss, you
Yes.
can't do not 2.
Like.
She said,
Mm.
I'm so sorry. You'll just have to resit if you want to come, if you want to join the school. I
Yes.
cried because I didn't
Wow.
want to go to UTech. No.
Mhm. Mhm.
I said, let me go and look. I went up to UTech the following day and I said, let me go and hear what they're talking about this
Mhm.
module
Mhm.
thing. I
Right.
went up there and I went to the office. I went to the office telling them that I got a call. They said to me, get a call. I said,
Mhm.
yes, I got a, and I think I showed them the number at the time. I said, I got a
Right.
call telling me to choose my
Mm.
modules. And
Yes.
to me, nobody calls anybody to choose their modules. Nobody does
Mhm.
that. You don't do
Mhm.
that.
Mm.
And then here I realized, I said, oh my God, purpose cannot die. It's God Himself
Wow.
call me.
Wow.
Nobody
Wow.
called me, but you who
Mhm.
actually called me. It must be
Yes.
God. So God was
Wow.
saying to me, you want
Mhm.
degree, I'm going to show you because prophecies were said over my life. People
Right.
prophesied over my life. Because I
Yes.
remember, not to pray from the point, but I remember my mentor, one of my biggest mentor, Dionne Henry. She said to me
Mhm.
years ago, probably about 16 years ago, when I was struggling living on church money, because church had to be paying my
Right.
bills and church had to be feeding me.
Wow.
And she said to me,
Yes.
um, you are going to go to university. I
Yes.
looked at her and laughed.
Mm.
because at the time I didn't even know to put my words together. It was in me, you know, because my foster mother, she taught me well. Yeah.
Right.
So, but
right.
you see me speaking to you now, and I can put myself out there. Back
Right.
then, but I'm an idiot. Like I was so my self-esteem was so low to the ground. I could not explain. I could not express myself because
Right.
I thought I was a nobody. So when she told me 60 years ago, that's how when me a baffle for life with my third child, and I do
Yes.
all sort of things to survive. And she go look for me and tell me to me at the university. I could have done nothing but laugh after her. Me laugh
Whoa.
after her.
Whoa.
And so I did not know that I was going to uni, but it was prophesied over my life. And when when I got the call, I realized I said purpose cannot die.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
God's intention for me to go to university because
Yes.
guess what happened? God said, he that humbled himself shall be exalted. And so
That's right.
I'm a very humble person.
Yes.
And so,
yes.
Persons look down and say, them called me nothing. I was nothing. You understand?
Whoa.
Nobody expected me.
Whoa.
After 2 children and 3 different father, that the girl not go nowhere. She had ambition.
My
yeah.
God.
God said, God stepped in and God said, you say certificate, because that case and I would have gotten a certificate. Yeah. But God said, you say certificate, but I'm going to show you who I am. You say certificate, I say degree. I'm going to elevate it so those others and persons can see who I am.
Yes.
He did have a certificate. I wanted the certificate, but God says no, degree.
Degree. That's right. I'm going to read some of the comments. Them a little bit there. Let's read some of the comments because you know we have an audience, so we can read some of the comments. So Elsie said, education is the greatest equalizer. No matter where you're coming from, or where you have been, or what you've been through, education is the key. Rebel says, can I tell you? Novelet says, Jennifer, I commend you for being brave. She's brave indeed. Toyan said, that's right. We don't remember him. So when them come, when the Nikos them come, people, if you mash up your life, you run them. I'll plenty of them out there, right? Charlie says, transparency heals. That's right. Jennifer Laverne says, Jennifer, you need to go to the children's home, girls' home, boys' home, and tell your story so that they can know that there can be success after all they have gone through. They can make it in this world. Charm says again, God restores and elevates. Yes, and I'm seeing Elsie saying again here, I'm getting chills from this interview. Thank you, Tamara Hylton. Bless you. Elsie and everybody that's here listening, go ahead and share. Take us to church, sis. Because guess what? Before you continue with the story, Jennifer, I want to play this song because from I had that conversation with you yesterday, this is a song that started resonating with me. And you know, for a lot of us, it is the same way. So let me just pull this song up, people. Let me just pull this song up. Just hold on, the people, hold on, because guess what? Enough people, you know, them speak negative things into your life and them see you have your bad experiences and them say, you're not gonna where you come from, right? Your parents, your mother dump you, or your mother friend dump you, your mother run well left you gone about her business, right? You grew up in a foster home, you not have nowhere to go. But guess what, people? Hear what the song say. I'm gonna hope not add no play upon this. Hear what the song say, people. Go to the room now. You all know this one, right? When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. I'm not worried about a thing, 'cause I know you are. I have no fear 'cause I know who's in control. There's no limit to what you can do. It all belongs to you. Yes, it all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Nobody can say no when Jesus say yes. Nobody. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. All right. So when Jesus says yes, guys, nobody can say no. And that is what happened in your life, Jennifer. God says yes. God put the purpose on your life. You said that your life was prophesied over, and purpose. It was all purpose. All right. So so we're back. When Jesus says yes, people, nobody can say no. Nobody can say no. So, Jennifer was sharing with us, guys, how she intended to go to Kingston School of Nursing. I didn't even know that school was still around. Is it still around even now, Kingston School of Nursing? Yeah. But God intended not to just merely get a certificate, people, but God wanted for her to get a degree. So God you see, the value that God has placed on our lives is bigger than what we think of ourselves. Right? So when you think that you just are going to get a certificate or a diploma, God is giving you degrees with honors, because that is what happened here in Jennifer's case. Yeah. She got a degree with honors. Now, of course, Jennifer, 3 children, single mother at the time, right? You were just doing simple jobs, security work and bartending and so on here and there.
Jonitor.
Clearly, there was not enough money to pay $500,000 or almost $1 million for the year to go to university. But God made a way. Tell us how you got all of those monies. Did you take students' loan?
Oh no, because let me tell you, I want to tell you something you have to speak into your life.
Yes.
Because as I said to you, I said it years ago, I'm going to go to nursing school. And then I said, I have 3 at the time. When I said it, I said I have 3 hungry babies. I mean, now I'm paying no student loan, because I have no student loan to pay back when I have my children to take care of.
Yes.
And so I sent that in the atmosphere that I will not be paying any student loan. So I have this friend, Neicy Townsend. I remember I was talking to her, and I said to her, I got accepted to university, and I don't know what to do, because I don't know where the money is coming from.
Right.
And she said to me, you can do a raffle, you can do a raffle and do a like a luncheon.
Right.
And I said, yeah, that's a good idea. But I said, but we are going to get the money to do all of that. And I said, you know what happened? I'm going to tell my story on Facebook. I'm going to tell my story on Facebook and see if I can get help.
Right.
And so I wrote a little of my story. And some of my school friends from Edwin Allen I, and they were like, oh wow, Jennifer, we didn't know that you went through all of that. And
whoa. You're frozen, Jennifer. Jennifer, you're frozen. Okay. All right, so we're having a bit of technical difficulty there, guys. Hang in there.
They came my assistants.
Right. Yes.
That's how I got my ECF. Are you hearing me? Yeah,
I'm hearing you now. So you said you share your story. You share your story on your page.
That right, your friends from my friends' encouragement. I put my story out there.
So you did the raffle.
Yes, they came in and they assisted me. So by now, what I've got my
Wow, you see people. So Jennifer, because there's a lesson in that story too. You see the power of friends and how your friends can help to grow and build you, people. Because you said a friend encouraged her to say, make this step. And you see, people, when we see our friends stepping in certain directions and we see them trying to do things to improve their lives, as friends, we need, and listen to me, I have to say big up to all of my friends here, people, because all of you, every single one of you here listening in this morning, you're my friends, and you have been given the support. I mean, and just being here, guys, just being here So big up on yourself. If you're not a real friend, I will not support on the friends them and them journey, people. Big up on yourself, because Jennifer shared a story with us just now, and that's the lesson. Friends must support friends. If you say I'm a friend, if you support me. If me are your friend, if you support you. All right. So go and tell us the story, Jennifer, about how you got all of this
Yes.
money. Finish university, and I'm gonna jump ahead of your story a little bit, because guess what? Jennifer didn't have to take one loan, and now the university actually owes her money. So tell us about that.
Yes. So as I said to you, I'm very persistent, very
Yes.
persistent. And so because
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
hungry for
Yes.
success. So what I did, I started writing
Yes.
to all of these entities. I write to JLP, I write to
Mm-hmm.
PNP, I write to MP from South Clarendon, I write to MP
Mm-hmm.
from North Clarendon, I write to
Yes.
MP from St. Catherine. And so I remember when I wrote to Christopher Tufton, because I was living in St. Catherine. So I said, and my
Mm-hmm.
boat was still there. So I
Yes.
said, let me write to Christopher Tufton. At the time, he
Mm-hmm.
just came in the constituency. So Dr. Tufton
Right.
don't know me. And so I wrote to
Mm-hmm.
him, but then again, I'll step in and I'll say, purpose. What God
Yes.
allowed Dr. Tufton to do, because normally when you write to these MPs, they would give you like a $40,000 grant or 30, depending on how much they have.
Right. Right.
God allowed Dr. Tufton to take my money, my
Mm.
letter to NF.
Yes.
I remember probably about, I was walking on the school compound, probably about mid-September. I was crying and I was like, this is not going to work. I don't have any money for school. I was crying.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going home and go look at work to take care of my children, because it's clearly not working out. Because by now
Right.
I would have a late fee payment on my
Mm-hmm.
tuition. So I go find
Mm-hmm.
tuition, much less we go find
Right.
late fee. But yes, so I've written to Jamvat also. I've written to
Mm-hmm.
Jamvat all of these places.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got a call, probably about 2 days after I was crying, probably a day or two after I was crying, saying that I'm going home.
Right.
I was walking
Mm-hmm.
and I got a call and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, said, hi, this is calling from the NHF. We have received your letter
Yeah.
seeking assistance. We
Mm-hmm.
are letting you know that we have been selected. May I say, but I'm excited, when my ears say me I get
Mm-hmm.
money for school. But in my head, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, NHF, what the hell is NHF? I don't know NHF. And me and my
You know.
friend were there, and I think we Googled it. At the time. I said, oh, this is an health fund. I said, but me never
Mm-hmm.
write to them. And
Mm-hmm.
then I started putting it together, and I said, oh, Dr. Christopher Tufton, he brought my
Right.
letter over. Called back the person. I said, who gave you my letter?
Mm-hmm.
And he said to me, Dr. Tufton carried the letter here. And I said, oh my
Yes.
God. I tell
Mm.
you, with that scholarship, you know how much I got? $1
Hold
million.
on there. Hold on there. Hold on there, Jennifer. Hold on. People, want to hear what Jennifer said a while ago? You have to be hungry. You have to be hungry. Listen, if your belly full, you're not going to succeed. You have to be hungry for success. She said letter here, there, and everywhere, all over the place. And at the end of the day, how much you get, Jennifer? How much you get?
I got $1 million. I got
$1
$1
million.
million, and that could pay my school
1
fee
million.
for the 2 years, along with the JAMVAT money that I've gotten, because I've gotten JAMVAT money and I've gotten money from the parish council. Because yeah, man, I
Yes.
write to the mayor, write to the
Yes.
MPs, I wrote to
Mm-hmm.
everybody. And so my
Whoa.
school fee was paid for 2 years, and I could
Mm-hmm.
afford to have my boarding fees also. Yes,
Whoa.
and so so I had my school fee paid. I had my
Mm-hmm.
boarding, because I
Mm-hmm.
boarding Papin. So by now I feel a little bit
Right.
more comfortable, but I need to find
Right.
food. So
Mm-hmm.
how am I
Mm-hmm.
going to find food?
Yes.
And so I remember school at the time. All of us, we weren't used to each other as yet, in the class,
Right.
because school
Right.
started about 100 and something students in the class. And I remember this girl, she had some underwears. Yeah, man, she had some underwears and she wanted to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, "My friend, no, sir, come sit down at the front of the class, You see, true, me not
Right.
so bright. Me sit down with the
Mm-hmm.
bright
It's
ones. The
at
one
the front.
I'm not to say that everybody did, because everybody graduated, but me sit down with the ones who me think say look like them I go somewhere.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so she was
Mm-hmm.
afraid. She said that she was afraid. I'm gonna say, give me this. I'm gonna just go up in
Yes.
the class. I'm gonna say, come on, nice sexy underwears. Come on, get your underwears.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Whoa,
saw
whoa.
it for her. And she said, Jennifer, oh, you know that? She said she couldn't do it. And so the thought came to my mind, and I said, what can I do? Because if I can get through to these people so easily, I can
Yes.
survive. And so I started with a little pan. You know, the pan that the jello come in, I started with that.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
it started growing and the demand start getting higher. And so I up my pan until I have a big blue basket now, because
Yes.
Jennifer would sell to an anchor. And to anything at all I would sell. And
Yes.
I sell perfume.
No
I
shame.
sell
No shame to
laundry.
your game. No
I
shame
told
to your
you,
game.
everybody knows Jennifer with her blue basket. Everybody knows me from a blue basket at school, and my
Whoa,
little son, because
whoa.
my son. Yes, and that's how I did my first 2 years debt free, and the third
Whoa.
year now I started crying again. I remember I started crying again the third year. I broke now, literally. And I
Yes.
said, then God, you're being serious. Remember my friend, she's a midwife now too. She graduated with me, Codie Kameka. She hugged me and she cried with me. Cried.
Whoa.
Look here, man. It's when God orchestrates a thing and put the right persons in your life at the right time. I remember
Yes.
Codie Kameka, and she cried with me and she said to me, she said, Jennifer, you remember who you be? She said, oh, send you come to school for 2 years. She said, you remember, oh, you come to school for 2 years. And she said,
Yes.
and this girl is not a Christian. I had. And she said to me, she said, go work it out. And can I tell you, shortly after I got a call from Minister of Education. I can't
Whoa.
even tell the local people, I get a call from Minister of Education, and I got $200,000.
Yes.
I didn't write to Minister of Education. I didn't them literally, but I got
Yes.
$200,000.
Yes.
I saw Joe Kitchen, the owner for Juicy Beef, and I remember
Yes.
big up that
So you see,
because I don't remember.
we advertise Lasco and we advertise juicy patties this morning, you know. So listen to me. Go and talk, Jennifer.
But
My word. You got
I
yourself
remember
juicy.
I was saying to the security, you know, me I struggle for go university. I don't want to talk to myself. But I'm afraid because in my head, this is a big man, you know.
Yes.
Not in a million at all. I feel myself worthy to go and talk to him. And the
Right,
security, him
right.
introduced me, and he's a poor man. Him cool, you know, him can talk to. And
Right.
so my mom up and gained the courage, and I went and I spoke to him. And I put myself, I was like, good morning, sir. My name is Jennifer Bartley. I'm a student at the University of Technology, and I'm facing financial difficulties. And sir, I'm asking if you could assist me in any way possible. You know, and he listened to my story, and he asked me some questions, and then he gave me his card, and he said to me, he said, call me and send me this in an email, And I did just that. Can I tell you what he did for me? When he said to me, he said, how much is left to clear your tuition for the year? And when I told him, the man write the check and he said, here, go and pay your tuition. And that we're talking about $100,000.
Whoa.
Yes.
And paid in full.
And tell you what,
Paid in full.
paid in full. Fourth year again, I go back to him because I'm a friend by now. I joke your friend.
Whoa.
I went to him again and I said, I'm bothering you again. And I remember him saying, Jennifer, I don't know you know. And I don't know if what you're telling me is true. How do I said, sir, come, I can't. But I always give him proof. I show him where I paid the money.
Yes.
And he said
Thank
to me,
you.
look how I know you
Yes.
have so much money. He said, I know you have so much money. That's because it's very cool and down to earth. I'm a sister.
Right,
By now I
right,
started getting comfortable. Yourself, man. You're not gonna regret it. And I remember he was asking me where I'm going from here. And I'm gonna say, sir, I want to drive one car like your one. Can drive one nice car.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, sir, I want to drive one car like your one. I'm gonna say to him, so I'm going to go to England. I'm going to work here for a couple of years, and then I'm going to go to England and do my master's. Because master's, by the time I come back to Jamaica, I'm going to read.
Whoa.
Yeah, I remember that was our last contact. But Joe Kitchen, he helped. Yeah.
Whoa. 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 So we see, guys, we are listening to the story from Jennifer here this morning. A child who was at age 2 dumped in the garbage bin. She was abused from age 3, got pregnant at 16, had 3 children by 18, you had another child, and maybe by 21, you said you had your third.
At 20, I had my third child.
By 20, she had her third child. 16, 18, 20 people, 3 children. She was homeless. She was moving around from job to job, bartending, security. Listen, there is hope. There is hope for so many young women, especially, in our home country, Jamaica. They may have had similar experience. They may have, got pregnant as a teenager. You may have been abused. People, let me see, your obstacles should inspire you. I said that last week. Let your obstacles inspire you. Let your circumstances motivate you. Them say, we're not dead, no dash way. That's what them say. No matter where you come from, what you've been through, you can make it. You can make it. So how did you finish? Final year though. So that was third year. That was covered. Final year. How did you manage it?
Final year, I went back to Joe Kitchen again. Yeah, I went back to him, and he assisted me. Whoa, yes, and as I said, I wrote. Yes, I wrote to the different MPs. That's what I did. I wrote to the different MPs. That's how my school fee was covered for third year.
Whoa. So how many years did the program last for? 3 or 4 years?
4 years. 4 years.
4 years. 4 years. So people, you hear the story. You hear the story from Jennifer herself. I think maybe this is the first time she's coming live sharing the story. You may have read it, but today you have heard the story of purpose, how God fulfilled his purpose in a young woman's life that people thought would not have made, turn out to be anything. But look at her right now, graduating or having graduated from the University of the West Indies. Tell it, the University of Technology. Technology. These are you guys. You tech are you with people them. Yeah, you
get along very well,
Technology. You say I'm Jennifer.
you get along very well.
I know.
You students are the sophisticated type. And you tech is the down to earth.
This are you tech and you we are the same thing. We are one. Oh boy. Tell the people them know. Did you have the graduation already? You had graduation already?
Yeah, man, graduation held already, and yeah.
All right. So you graduated. Tell us what you graduated with. Tell us what you graduated with.
Yes, I graduated with honors, as I said before. It's not first class honors, but it's honors. Yes, I graduated with honors.
When I first, second, or third is honors, people. Big up yourself for that, Jennifer. Oh my God, people share some love for Jennifer. You have to share some love for Jennifer. Graduating with honors. Come on, people. Come on. Teenage mother, and you managed to go to school and graduate with honors, and big something that. Girl, you're large. Right? And it's in nursing. Yeah, drum roll. Yes, Rhonda. So see, I give it a drum roll. Yeah, man. Big something that. So tell us what the degree is in, actually, Jennifer. Breaking up a little bit there. All right, yeah, man. Don't make the noise. Drop the congratulatory notes, guys. Drop the congratulatory notes. You're frozen. Hold on. Let me. All right, so Jennifer is frozen a little bit there, guys. Drop the congratulatory notes, people. Drop the congratulatory notes. Yes, man. Real thing. Right? Yeah. Jennifer, that's not easy to do. Exactly. Brap. Oh my God. Jennifer, I'm seeing you. Whoa, I'm not. You're frozen. Your screen is black.
I'm not sure what's happening.
I'm hearing you. So guys, drop the congratulatory notes. Drop the congratulatory notes. You have to drop it. You have to drop it. Jennifer, leave the stream and come back in. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this sorted out. People, we're pretty much wrapping up right now. We're pretty much wrapping up. Jennifer is having a bit of technical difficulty there. So so let's see. People, listen, if you missed this story, guys, you're gonna have to watch it again, right? And what you heard today was the untold story of Jennifer Bartley-Blake. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Charm. Charm says, all right. Thank you, Codie. All right. That's what I wanted her to share with us. Congratulations, Miss Jennifer, and all the best. So she graduated, guys, with a Bachelor of Science in Midwifery. And of course, that is with honors. Bachelors of Science in Midwifery. Man, look at that. Look at that. All right. So let's see. Let's see if we could have her rejoin in a minute, because we're pretty much going to wrap up now. So while I'm waiting for Jennifer to come back in, guys, there is a poem by Maya Angelou, and I'm sure most of you know that poem. Most of you know it. Still I Rise. And I'm dedicating this poem this morning to all the women, and maybe men too, you know, but it's really for women. It's really for women, guys. All right, so we're getting Jennifer back in, right? It doesn't matter what you have been through, you will rise. You will rise. So Codie shared the information, Bachelor of Science.
That's the.
I think Codie is one of your friends. Pardon?
She is.
She is a friend that you were
the one who held me and cried with you.
I figured. I figured. Hey, Codie. Wow. Bachelor of Science in Midwifery. Wow. Honors. So what's the next step from here, Jennifer? Going forward, tell us what's the next move. So having graduated, what's the next move?
All right. So I give back. So in my country. So I've planned to work for some years here, and then to go off to England to do my master's and come back to Jamaica, because I can't see myself migrating. So I'll be coming back home after doing my master's. Right. I also, when I started college, and I realized you'd have a person.
We're having a bit of technical difficulty there, guys. Jennifer, you're breaking up. I don't think it's my internet. You're breaking up a little bit there, Jennifer. Can you hear me? So while we're waiting for Jennifer to come back in, guys, I am not sure. The internet is, hold on. Jennifer? Samuel says, for I know the plans I have, says the Lord, my word. Wow. We're losing Jennifer there a little bit, guys. We're losing Jennifer there a little bit. So while I'm trying to get Jennifer back in, I'm going to share this poem with you. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. Are you there, Jennifer?
I'm here. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yes, so I'm saying, because I'd always, persons would be coming to me, and I was like, why do they see it fit to come to me with their situation? And so I started a group at school, Women with Power and Purpose. It did not materialize because the guidance counselor at UTech, he wanted to put it under his banner, like under the guidance counselor's banner. And I did not go because I wanted, even when I left school.
You wanted to
And so I thought
continue.
about it now, and when I saw a whole lot of persons came in my inbox, I made that page Women with Power and Purpose. Persons
Yes.
can go and like that.
So it's women
And
with
so
power.
from there I'll try and purpose.
So women with power
Are you
and
hearing me?
purpose. Yes, I'm hearing you.
I also want to add that where I can empower young women, because you know what I realized even when I was in the knowing some of the messages you have persons making mention of remembering me from the hospital where I would always be encouraging a young mother, right, and letting them
Right,
know
right.
that listen, man, all this kind of stuff. And I would say to them, look for me, look all right, I said to them, I said I was in your position at one point in life. I said, and
Whoa.
I would tell my story to them. At 16, I had my first child, and I said, you think I was done there? At age 18, I go back again. Them say one time,
Whoa.
the first time is a mistake, and the third time a
Mm-hmm.
purpose. But no, what I did was a purpose because I was clueless to everything. And so share with them and try to make a difference in their life. And I think I want to
Yes,
continue to
yes.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, with this program, and I also want
Yes.
to you have a lot of young girls who are facing financial challenges, and
Yes,
both
yes.
emotionally and physically.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I want to create a platform where I can help that girl with her tuition
Yes,
fee. I can help that girl with
yes.
her lunch money.
Mm-hmm.
I can help
Mm-hmm.
that girl, person who really wants to get some sex to empower themselves. I can
Yes.
help that
Mm-hmm.
person. I can help the
Right,
young girl and
right.
encourage her to let's see up and you go to art. Because guess what? The
Mm-hmm.
truth is a degree is good. Skill is
Mm-hmm.
also power. I can tell
Yes.
anyone that. So
There is
women
always
also would
still.
probably
Mm-hmm.
feel that
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the headspace to do CXCs and to go to university. That's fine. There's something out there for you. What are you?
Right.
What can these hands do? There's skill
Yes.
in these hands.
Mm-hmm.
What can they do? And so you
Mm-hmm.
find what you do best, and we can enroll in art
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because of skill they have more money than persons who have a degree.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly
So
so.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
empower women whatever way they can manage to
Mm-hmm.
be empowered and to elevate
Mm-hmm.
themselves. So that is my plan with my group, with my 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 thingy that I made. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm telling you, your platform is going to grow. It's because, I mean, with your story, there are so many people who have been empowered and inspired this morning just by hearing your story, Jennifer, just by hearing a story. Now, one of the things you didn't share with us this morning is the fact that just a few months ago, you buried your child. And I know it's
Yeah.
probably still, I mean, the pain and everything is still there. And people, I mean, imagine Jennifer, she was still in school and she lost her son. Even you lost your child. Is that something you want to share with us
My
this morning?
firstborn. Well, yeah, well, no problem. But my firstborn, he was 21, and
Mm-hmm,
he went overseas because I've always been trying to give them a better life.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
so he used to do track and field at Vera Technical High,
mm-hmm,
and he said to me, like, "Mommy, I have the visa and I'm not traveling on it. You can't let me travel on it,
mm-hmm,
And I remembered I said, all right, I'm going to let you travel. But then I had this
mm-hmm,
friend who she said to me, she know where he could do a little job in the meantime, not just to go to
mm-hmm,
vacate, but to make money. And
mm-hmm.
when he went overseas, he decided that he's not coming back because he's going to try to make himself better. I cried.
Right.
I said, Leon, come home. I said, I
Mm-hmm,
begged him to come home,
mm-hmm,
and to one point where he wasn't talking to me. And after we started communicating again, and he apologized. He cried bitterly. I can't forget, and he apologized for, behaving the way that he did.
mm-hmm,
And I remember him saying to me that he wants to come home. And I said, Leon, I said, come home. I said, I have from plan A to plan Z for you. Come home. And he said, Mommy, sometimes you have to let us try. And when we try and we try and we fail, then you pick us up. And I felt good with him saying that because he was always trying. Always trying. But and I always tell them, choose your friends wisely. I always tell them, choose your friends wisely. And even the one that is here, listen to me, you don't bring anybody to my group. Nobody comes to my group. They have me as a man woman, you know, because I am a no nonsense person. Don't come to my group. No friends, because I tell you, not your enemy that will hurt you, but your friends. I said, don't let your friends know where your bed is and where they can know just how to come and get you. And so I would always tell Leon this, because he did not listen, because his own friend took his to his demise.
Whoa.
He gave him fentanyl and furanyl fentanyl. And
Jesus.
still going on. The case is still going on in Florida. Okay, they killed it. I buried him October, the 10th of October.
Whoa. Whoa. People, this is the untold story. The untold story, the one that you didn't hear in or you didn't read in the papers, the one that you didn't see on Facebook. You are hearing it right here this morning of Jennifer Bartley-Blake. She lost her son just a few months ago. She buried her son. Can you imagine losing your first child, your first belly pain? And that is what she had to deal with. But in spite of all of that, she's pushing through. She's hanging in there. She's not giving up. She's holding on. Guys, you have heard the story. You can take it, you can run with it, you can have it inspiring you, you can have it motivating you, you can share it. Because there are a lot of people out there who need to hear this story. So Jennifer, I'm gonna share this poem. I don't know if you know it, but I thought about you and I listened to your story. And this is a poem that is popping in my head. Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room, just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still you rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed heads and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the hut of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. And that is your story this morning, Jennifer. You have risen. You have risen above your circumstances. And I want to thank God that despite all the challenges, all the obstacles, you have risen. Do you want to say anything to us before you go?
Yes, just to top it off, just to tell the young ladies, the young girls, don't give up. Push. That's me.
Yeah.
Push until something happens. Find the right friend, the right crowd to be around.
Yes.
Anybody that is going to elevate you, they say that birds of a feather flock together. So
Yes.
once you're with somebody, if you're friends with somebody who they're elevating and they're going to university, they're going places, it's only natural you're going to go to. You understand?
Yes.
So choose your friends wisely. Choose your friends wisely. and you have persons that young girls or even older women and men too, that persons would tend to speak down and speak negatively
Right.
in your life.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you this morning because I did just that.
Yes.
Use the negative things that were said and use them as a stepping stone. You
Yes.
show the
Yes.
naysayers
Mm-hmm.
that you were
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Laugh at
Mm-hmm.
them in their face because I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you, you know
Yes.
that I've met some of these persons who had nothing good to say.
Mm.
Let me tell you
Yes.
something.
Mm. Mm.
You know that I was in apple tree one day and
Mm.
I passed brother and he saw me in my uniform and I had my ID on and I had my
Mm-hmm.
bag. And you know what that
Mm-hmm.
did? He turned
Mm-hmm.
around my ID to look at it. And I said, are you looking at my ID? He said to me,
Mm-hmm.
we want to look if me really go university for true. I said, what? I cried,
Whoa.
you know. I said, what?
Mm.
I said,
Mm.
why would I be wearing a uniform on the road
Yes.
saying that I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
university?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how little or how small they saw me. They did not
Mm.
know that I go
Mm.
to university. And so I use that as an empowerment tool and a stepping stone to
Yes. Yes.
step up my walk what them
Mm.
say. I say I'm going to
Mm.
show you because I said I'm very competitive. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, they have to
Mm-hmm.
talk to me nice now. One
Mm-hmm.
person's
Mm-hmm.
asking me, Marie, so wants to happen what and I'm giving them,
Mm.
inputs as to what they ask. And I look at it, I say, look at God. We send me done, me laughing, I'm a child at
Yes.
heart. You see, because I was brought up
Yes.
in my childhood, I me
Mm-hmm.
behaving like a child that time. Me done and me laugh at put I say, why?
Oh my God. Wow.
So
Wow.
never give up. Don't let
Never give
know
up.
what nobody says determine
Yes.
who you are. And again, it's
Mm.
not where you're coming from, but where you're going. Don't tell
Right.
me who I used to be, but tell me who I am right now. Talk to
Yes.
me now.
Yes.
Who this?
Yes.
Who this?
Mm.
Talk to me now.
Mm.
Who is this?
Yes. Talk up to me. Talk up
Yeah.
to me. This is Jennifer Bartley-Blake,
Midwife.
Bachelor
Midwife.
of Science in
Midwife.
Midwifery with honors. That's who you're talking to.
Honor.
I
That's
love it.
me.
I love it, Jennifer. I love it. Listen, talk to me. Talk to me now. Talk to me now. People, let me tell you
Yeah.
something. When you've been through. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, listen, watch degree. Watch
What
nice.
degree hotter, huh? Look
Watch
what degree
level
looks
up.
like. This is what
Watch
a degree
step
looks
up in
like.
my life. Oh my God, people. Listen, we had some sad moments this morning, but we also had some, really good ones, stories of victory, loss, and inspiration. That's what we got from Jennifer today. So, Jennifer, girl, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning and sharing your story. Um, I know it must have taken a lot of courage and bravery of heart to come and share share with me this morning. But you know what? You are destined for greatness, man. You are destined for greatness, and the world is your stage. So take it, and go and do big things, do mighty things. For the Lord, for yourself, for your family. Continue to be an inspiration. Continue to motivate others, right? And continue to be the wonderful person that you are. Because I tell you this much, a lot of people they have experienced success, but they're not nice. So you're successful, you're nice, you're pleasant, and that's a good thing about it. So again, girl, thank you so much for stopping by. Much love to you and family. We wish you all the best, and we're looking for when this story will just take the world. Like this is a story that everybody needs to hear, man. Everybody needs to hear this story. So all the best, all the best, all the best, all the best. Stay safe, walk good, and we'll be in touch.
You too.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right, honey. Take care. All right. So guys, you have heard the story there of Jennifer. Jennifer Bartley Blake. child who was dumped in the garbage bin, molested from age 3. And through her life, pretty much, she experienced abuse, and, she spoke to her story of being used and, trying just to make ends meet. And man, people, let me tell you something. That's a powerful story. So anyway, right off here now. You all have a great day, and we'll catch up some other time. Merry Christmas, everybody.